Sun FM, broadcasting from the Copperbelt capital, Ndola City.
This is your favourite station.
Sun FM.
The news.
With the news, my name is Alan Mwale. The headlines. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has imposed an administrative fine of 130,000 kwacha on Nasino Kaiwan Mining Company Limited for contravening Zambia's labour laws. The Tobacco Association of Zambia chairperson Phil Daka says while the industry supports regulation, the proposed tobacco control bill should also consider the sector's economic importance. Nkana Member of Parliament Bino Mpundu has cautioned the ruling United Party for National Development UPND not to get overly carried away by the endorsement of President Hakainde Hichilema from Paramount Chief Mpezeni. In sports, ZPL MTN Super League leaders Power Dynamos Football Club will host FC Muza in the Week 24 midweek fixture at Arthur Davis Stadium in Kitwe. The news in detail shortly.
The news. 88.5 Sun FM.
Now the news in detail. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has imposed an administrative fine of 130,000 kwacha on Sino Kaiwan Mining Company Limited for contravening Zambia's labour laws. The charges stem from the company's failure to register 63 expatriate employees, contrary to Section 62 of the Employment Code Act Cap 268. Non-provision of personal protective equipment PPE to workers and lack of essential employment policies required under the country's labor regulatory framework. Sino Kaiwan was fined 40,000 kwacha for failing to register expatriates with the Labor Commissioner's Office, 40,000 kwacha for breaching occupational health and safety standards by not providing PPE, and 50,000 kwacha for lacking employment policies. During a joint inspection conducted yesterday by Northwestern Assistant Labor Commissioner alongside the Zambia Institute of Human Resource Management, Workers' Compensation Fund Control Board and National Health Insurance Management Authority NIMA, Labor Minister Brenda Mwika Tambatamba directed the company to improve worker welfare. The directives included procuring a bus for safe transportation, enhancing meal quality, and upgrading sanitation standards. Ms. Tambatamba, who is also Kasempa constituency member of parliament, stressed that foreign companies operating in Zambia must uphold workers' rights and adhere to both the national and international labor standards. The minister further underscored the importance of trade unions and collective bargaining, noting that a constructive engagement between workers and employers is key to stable and productive workplaces. She also highlighted the critical role of human resource practitioners in enforcing labor laws and balancing employee advocacy with organizational compliance. Ms. Tambatamba urged employers across all sectors to fully comply with labor laws, including ensuring worker safety, proper documentation of employment policies, and adherence to expatriate employment guidelines.
So I have been to other places, and so some of them have run very fast to set up their system. But here at Sino Kaiwan, we, Labor Commissioner, need the full policy system, policy documentation, policy compliance, all the policies that are gender and all that speaks to the law, the pieces of laws that I spoke about must be in place, not later than month end of June. So this time here, April, May, June, month end of June, we must have the full set of policies. We're not saying you have to wait for them, but this is a period you have to develop them, even within a month or two and so forth. I know you are fast at doing many other things that are directly going to, but even this one is a direct one. So policy documentation that is required as prescribed in our laws, labor laws, must be in place before.
And Northwestern Province Assistant Labor Commissioner Kaunda Mwale said the inspections revealed that employees of the mining firm were operating without proper PPE, violating workplace safety regulations.
For not doing that, we're going to charge your company 40,000 kwacha as administrative payment for failure to register your expatriates with also labor function. We may charge you also for policies, but we need to inspect them. We have not seen them. We need to go and see them before now we can maintain an administrative penalty on that. But be assured that you have to pay 40,000.
Nkana Member of Parliament Binwe Mpundu has cautioned the ruling United Party for National Development, UPND, not to get overly carried away by the endorsement of President Hakainde Hichilema from Paramount Chief Mpezeni. Mr. Mpundu noted that traditional leaders often extend support to governments in power, regardless of political affiliation. He explained that chiefs typically cooperate with the sitting administration, and similar endorsements could be expected for future governments when leadership changes. Paramount Chief Mpezeni recently endorsed President Hichilema for fulfilling his duties, but Mr. Mpundu stressed that such gestures are customary and should not be interpreted as exclusive political backing. Meanwhile, a consortium of civil society organizations for good governance and constitutionalism has accused Northern Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Beauty Undi of engaging in partisan activities by distributing UPND regalia. Consortium Vice Chairperson Solomon Ngoma described the act as a violation of Article 186 of the Constitution of Zambia, which requires civil servants to remain non-partisan. He argued that Ms. Undi's actions amount to a breach of a constitutional duty and render her unfit to hold public office. Mr. Ngoma criticized the senior civil servants who have openly abandoned neutrality, warning that such conduct undermines governance. He emphasized that despite directives from the Secretary to the Cabinet instructing civil servants to refrain from political activities, partisan campaigning has persisted. He further warned that if the trend continues, the consortium will pursue decisive legal action against civil servants engaged in political campaigning while in office.
We are particularly alarmed. We are particularly alarmed by the conduct of Northern Province Deputy Permanent Secretary Ms. Beauty Undi, who was publicly seen campaigning and disputing party regalia while still serving as a civil servant. This conduct represents a flagrant violation of Article 186 of the Constitution of Zambia, which requires members of the civil service to remain politically neutral. This is not a technical breach. It is a deliberate and calculated obligation of the Constitution by an officer who's sworn an oath to defend it. A civil servant who knowingly violates the Constitution and demonstrates beyond doubt that they are unfit to remain in public office.
The Tobacco Association of Zambia chairperson Phil Daka says while the industry supports regulation, the proposed tobacco control bill should also consider the sector's economic importance. Mr. Daka says tobacco remains one of Zambia's key crops, with the country producing about 72 million kilograms valued at nearly $200 million last year, and supporting about 350,000 people who depend on tobacco farming and related activities for their livelihoods. He says that the association is not opposed to the bill, but is concerned that some provisions may conflict with the mandate to promote and protect tobacco production in the country. Mr. Daka has called for broader representation of industry stakeholders on the proposed regulatory board to ensure policies do not undermine tobacco production. Meanwhile, the proposed legislation seeks to regulate the manufacture, importation and consumption of tobacco products, including setting the legal age for purchasing tobacco at 18 years while strengthening consumer protection and preventing the exploitation of farmers in the tobacco value chain.
We are not against the bill. I wish I can say that in capital letters. I think we are not against the bill. We have the bill that is pro-production, which obviously I ride on as a regulator. Then we have the bill that is speaking about protection. Now, in that protection bill, there are certain elements that are injurious, lack of a better term, to the industry itself. Put it this way, we've seen the industry soar, we've seen the industry compete. In the last years, Zambia was not even counted amongst the tobacco growing countries in the region. But now it has come to the fore. Why? Because of the immense and aggressive production.
President Hakainde Hichilema is tomorrow, 12th of March 2026, expected in Solwezi, Northwestern Province, to officiate at the 2026 Youth Day commemorations. Northwestern Province Minister Robert Lihefu confirmed the development during a media briefing in Kalumbila District. Mr. Lihefu stated that the 2026 Youth Day commemoration will be held at Independence Stadium in Solwezi and urged the residents to turn up in large numbers for the event.
I would like to inform the people of Northwestern Province that the head of state, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, will be coming to Northwestern Province, particularly in Solwezi, to officiate at the wreath laying and general salute ceremony under the theme, Arise and Soar, on the occasion of the National Youth Day commemoration at the Solwezi Independence Stadium on 12th March 2026.
Meanwhile, Chingola District Commissioner Howard Kawandami has called on the youth in Chingola to participate actively in the Youth Day celebrations. In an interview, Mr. Kawandami said the day provides an important opportunity for young people to showcase their talents, discuss the challenges they face, and contribute to national development. He emphasized that the future of both the district and the country depends heavily on young people being engaged in community and economic activities. The district commissioner further encouraged the youth to remain disciplined, work hard, and focus on initiatives that foster positive development in society. Mr. Kawandami added that government is committed to supporting programs that empower young people and create opportunities for them across different sectors.
We need to celebrate the Youth Day, in calmness, with peace. We do not want, violence and stuff like that. Yeah. So let us just, collaborate. Yes, even including those that will be coming from, other political parties. We need to work as one, because this is actually not a political event. This is a national event that includes each and every youth, regardless of their political affiliation. And so we say every youth is actually welcome tomorrow in Chingola and any other district to go and participate, because this is their day. And we must exhibit maturity. We must exhibit, the soberness, even as we are celebrating, because people say youths are the future leaders of tomorrow. So how we conduct ourselves today determines what kind of leaders we are going to have, tomorrow. And we really have to come, in numbers as a way of also supporting President Hakainde Hichilema.
Livingstone Member of Parliament Rodney Sikumba has commissioned a rehabilitated ablution block and a water reticulation system at St. Raphael Secondary School. Mr. Sikumba said the project, completed at a total cost of 600,000 kwacha, was funded through the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. The tourism minister made the remarks during the official handover of the project at St. Raphael Secondary School in Livingstone. He explained that the renovated facility includes modern flushable toilets and a water supply system aimed at improving sanitation standards at the school. Mr. Sikumba emphasized that the government is prioritizing access to clean water and improved sanitation in public institutions, in line with President Hakainde Hichilema's directive that schools must have safe and hygienic facilities. He noted that the development will help improve hygiene and reduce waterborne diseases among learners, while also ensuring teachers have reliable access to water. Mr. Sikumba also commissioned 4 other CDF projects in the district valued at over 5.1 million kwacha.
Going forward, we will ensure that with the support from your respective councillors, the support from your respective ward development committees, we will prioritize aspects to do with clean water and sanitation, health, and that of education. I'm delighted that we'll be unveiling, or rather handing over, projects in excess of 5,294,500 kwacha. These are split between the 2024 and the 2025 CDF community allocation. Distinguished guests, as government, we are very delighted that these are some of the projects that we continue to execute as government, and we just want to implore most of you to spread the word, especially you, our colleagues, members of the media. We entrust you with disseminating information, not only information, but factual information to those people. And when we chose St. Raphael's as a venue for the launch, it was carefully chosen because we wanted our learners to be our voices, to go and tell the parents, to say, mother, father, when you say CDF is not working, this is what has happened at our school. Or, and now I believe what you're talking about in terms of CDF. We've actually seen it happening at our school.
Meanwhile, Livingston Mayor Constance Muleabai said the commissioned CDF projects demonstrate government's commitment to bringing development closer to the people. She stressed that a poor sanitation can lead to disease outbreaks that may disrupt the school calendar through unnecessary closures. Ms. Muleabai highlighted that the ablution block is critical in maintaining proper sanitation and protecting the health of learners.
It is important. These projects are important to the people of Livingston as they have been in need of them for different reasons. The importance of the ablution block is the ablution block to St. Raphael's Secondary School cannot be overemphasized because it is a critical component of the health living of our children. Poor sanitation through lack of proper toilets can lead to diarrheal diseases that can affect the learning calendar of the school through unnecessary school closures. I therefore give kudos to Namatama Ward Development Committee and the people behind the support of the proposal to apply for the CDF funds to rehabilitate this ablution. The procurement of the skip loader truck speaks volume to the insatiable appetite in wanting to increase the number of equipment that is used in collection of garbage around the city. It is the fact that the coming of the skip loader truck has improved the collection of garbage and skip bins.
And District Education Board Secretary Billy Milimo thanked the government for the infrastructure, stating that the new facility will help improve sanitation and create a better learning environment for pupils at the school.
For a long time, our students and staff have faced significant sanitation problems which affected the learning environment. We are happy, we are indeed grateful to the government through the CDF, the Constituency Development Fund, for delivering this modern ablution block, which is waterborne. And alongside with this provision, we have the solar water system.
Other projects commissioned include the solar street lights installed along Mukuni Road in Liwuyu Ward to improve security and visibility, as well as a skip loader truck to enhance waste management services in the district. We take a break and return with sports.
Time is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. It's time to power your life and say goodbye to blackouts with a new Topstar solar solution, the H50 hybrid system. Enjoy a safe and reliable solar solution at home or your business with the Topstar hybrid inverter, lithium battery, and 550-watt solar panels. Experience a peace of mind with reduced electricity bills, long warranty of up to 5 years with free installation. For more information, call or WhatsApp now on 0779 04 2000, 0779 04 2000, or visit our Facebook page at Topstar. Also, pay us a visit at our head office next to Arcade Shopping Mall. Topstar Solar. Power your life.
Welcome back. And in sports, ZPL MTN Super League leaders Power Dynamos Football Club will host FC Muza in the Week 24 midweek fixture at Arthur Davis Stadium in Kitwe. The defending champions are coming off a 3-2 victory over Zesco United Football Club in round 23. Kenyan talisman Moses Shuma's hat-trick propelled Dynamos to victory, extending their lead to 5 points with 12 games left to play this season. Muza, meanwhile, are fresh from a 2-1 win over Red Arrows and appear determined to maintain their winning momentum. Interestingly, when the two sides met in the reverse fixture, the match ended goalless, with both teams sharing the spoils. The result on match day 24 is critical to Power Dynamos' quest to establish themselves as runaway leaders and take a significant step toward safeguarding their continental ambitions next season. Despite acknowledging that the 1991 Mandela Cup champions are favorites, Coach Oswald Mutapa emphasized in his pre-match interview the importance of focus and hard work. He remains convinced that the title race is far from decided and cautioned his players against premature celebrations before the Kitwe Giants reach the finish line. That sports item brings us to the end of this edition of the news. To end, we recap on the headlines. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has imposed an administrative fine of 130,000 kwacha on Sino Kaiwan Mining Company Limited for contravening Zambia's labor laws. The Tobacco Association of Zambia chairperson Phil Daka says while the industry supports regulation, the proposed tobacco control bill should also consider the sector's economic importance. Nkana Member of Parliament Bino Mpundu has cautioned the ruling United Party for National Development UPND not to get overly carried away by the endorsement of President Hakainde Hichilema from Paramount Chief Mpezeni. In sports, ZPL MTN Super League leaders Power Dynamos Football Club will host FC Muza in the Week 24 midweek fixture at Arthur Davis Stadium in Kitwe. And that's where we end. My name is Alan Mwale. Do have a great one and stay tuned to Sun FM TV.
Sun FM.
We came, we saw, we conquered.